Production support for the weekly special is provided by IU School of Public Health Bloomington, addressing public health needs by preventing disease, promoting health, and improving quality of life across the state and around the world through research, teaching, and community engagement. The Al Cobain Recognition Endowment Fund, established by friends and family of Al Cobain to support jazz initiatives on WTIU and WFIU. And WTIU members, thank you. With the holidays past, Hoosiers across the heartland are settling into a long winter season.
But we've got the weekly special stories that will help keep those winter blues at bay. Meet an extraordinary Brown County artist that turned his hobby into a hair-raising career. Indulge your sweet tooth with an award-winning chocolatier at Chocolate for the Spirit. Journey to Uplands Peak Sanctuary, where rescued farm animals find refuge. And enjoy the haunting melodies of Lily and Madeleine. Settle into the winter season with coziness and community.
It's all coming up right here on the weekly special.
Welcome to the weekly special. I'm Daryl Neer.
And I'm Erica Sagone. Well, Daryl, we have a long stretch of winter ahead of us. How are you coping? I need some ideas.
Combination of good books, binge watching television and movies, and throw in a lot of extra sleep. How's that?
I like your style.
It works.
Coming up, we have ideas for me, for Daryl, for really all of us on what to do with those winter months ahead. For example, there's never a better time to take up a new hobby than when you're cooped up inside. For artist Chris Trotter, his new hobby turned into an exciting career change.
I really thought when I was coming out of high school I was going to go into science. Art was like the last thing that I thought I would do. As you start life and things aren't exactly how you think they're going to be, you kind of find your way one way or another, and this must be what I was meant to do. I just think it's probably like in our blood, a lot of the art, you know, so it just kind of finds you eventually. My great-great-great-grandfather was a famous sculptor at Notre Dame. The woodworking came from just being a carpenter, you know, having extra pieces of wood at night, and I would just take it and kind of mess with it in the garage. Something just told me I needed to do this, you know, and I'm just pretty stubborn. Once you set your wheels to go do something, you know, you just got to go do it, and I just haven't looked back since then. Using tools, you kind of get a sense of how things push and pull, and that's one of the main things, you know. You got to know how the chainsaw turns and everything, and when it's all about the different pressures and stuff, and if you push too hard, then it's jumping on you, and if you don't push hard enough, then it ain't cutting. It's definitely practice, and you have to do it almost every day, because as soon as you back off and take off a few days, then you regress. Once I started using it, it just became a part of me, you know. Most carvers do draw something on the piece, but I don't. I just kind of get a kind of a picture of what I'm working with and just kind of start. A big part of it is when you're a carpenter and you're cutting these pieces of wood and stuff, you develop a picture in your head of what's going on. You know, it's like you can visualize yourself in the room and where these pieces got to go. So you're actually just looking in your head. So if you use it all day long, every day for 15 years, then you can just kind of look in there and be able to see. You know, it's kind of a vision. I usually start on the top and kind of work my way down from there, but just kind of blocking out areas. But now I can already see right to where I need to go. And each time it gets a little bit closer. Each year, like I have more confidence going a little bit closer without getting out of proportion. I like doing the big things, and I like to go off on a tangent and do what I want to do as an artist. Like I always knew I wanted to do a full-size horse. It was just a matter of waiting for that piece of wood, you know, and as soon as I got it, I was like, all right, there's the horse. I always try to push myself, so everywhere I look, I'm seeing and getting little flashbacks of things I see. And Some things just stick out to me, you know, and I remember them. To see the progress of what you can make in one day. With this kind of stuff, it happens fast, so you feel like you did something that day. And you can take credit for it yourself, so. It's awesome, you know. I think it's pretty cool, definitely. It makes me feel like, you know, what I've done is fulfilling. It makes me realize that this is what I want to do, you know, for the rest of my life, and that I'll enjoy it.
You can watch Chris in action at his Nashville store, Wooden Wonders and Firefly Dreams. Get hours and directions on their Facebook page.
Well, on a cold winter's day, nothing warms the soul quite like the comfort of food, especially at Indianapolis's Chocolate for the Spirit.
When I grew up, my mom and dad worked at General Motors, and they worked tremendous hours, and they worked all the time, and I was the oldest. So I had responsibilities, including some kitchen detail. General Motors would shut down during the holidays. So that was our family time, which was real convenient, because that was a time then that we used this wooden spoon to make lovely things like fudge in our kitchen. And frankly, that's when I really got to just be a kid in the house. I worked in the corporate world for years. I had a lot of responsibility there. I traveled, and during those travels, I fell in love with some chocolate that I tasted that I wasn't able to find here. So I began to have chocolate sent in special for my own enjoyment. And later on in life then, when I decided that I was going to do something different for Act 3, and I asked myself the question if I could do anything that I wanted and I didn't worry about failures, what would it be? Chocolate is what came to mind. So I had never made a chocolate in my life. Sure, I had baked some brownies and cake and that type of thing, but I had never made chocolate. I only knew that I wanted to be an artisan chocolatier, and I wanted to work with some of the world's best and rarest chocolate. I had no idea where I would find it, but I was pretty determined that that's what I was going to do. For one, it's very difficult to work with. It's a challenge. There's a lot to learn. It's not something that people can just readily pick up. There's a lot involved, a lot of science. Most chocolate that we've grown up on, the beans are bought at auction as inexpensively as possible. Artificial flavoring is thrown in the back. So it doesn't really matter what the beans themselves actually contributed, because all that's lost in the processing. Well, that's not what we do. We work with chocolate where the flavor all comes from the beans. You know, when you slow down and you enjoy stuff, you can start to taste the different flavors and fragrances that come out of something like chocolate. The trees in Central and South America are the ones of the highest qualities. And then each region, the microclimate and the soil and everything, is known for having particular aspects that will then come through in the flavor in the beans. So when I'm working with a particular chocolate, I understand what it brings, and then I begin to think about pairings. I literally will just sort of lay things out and just sort of look at them and start tasting things. I'll think, oh, you know, I think if I paired this with this, and then I added that, and then we'll try it and see how it goes. The best time for inspiration to come is when you're not trying. Something just hits you. You go to an art museum, you go visit a farm, you just see things, you see colors, and you have smells that come to you. As a chocolatier, I have a list of things that I want to explore. I know that I won't get to do everything that I would like to do, but I'm determined to try as much as I can. For the most part, everything is really done by hand. People are really surprised. For instance, in my toffee, you know, I've got a little pot like this big. We are true small batch chocolatier here. Our truffles, for instance, we hand roll them. I know sometimes you'll see truffles that are perfectly round, and that's because a chocolate shell has been purchased and ganache has been piped in it. No, we have to hand roll them, hand dip a lot of things. I'm reliving my childhood. It was just recently that I was really reflecting on how this all did come about. Obviously, I love excellent chocolate, okay? But I do think it goes deeper than that. I got to a point in my life where I wanted to enjoy something that was really comforting for me. And I think that those times that we had in the holidays when I was growing up, when we had that family time, I think that that was really important to me. And I think it was important for me to create that or recreate that for myself daily and then share it with others. And that's what I get to do with Chocolate for the Spirit every day.
Chocolate production is ramping up for Valentine's Day. Satisfy your sweet tooth at chocolateforthespirit.com.
And those of you looking for great food that doesn't break your New Year's diet, Annie Corrigan is here with a recipe guaranteed to satisfy your appetite.
Do you know what this is, Annie?
2 types of quinoa?
Yeah.
All right.
Can you guess what kind they are?
Red and white.
Hey, you're getting good at this.
What can I say?
Yeah, I got this over in Columbus, Indiana. This is one of the, people a lot of times call it a grain, but it's actually a seed. And it comes from South America, and it's got a really, really high source of protein, so it's great for vegetarians. It's easy to cook. As you can see, you can make a couple different varieties. You could even mix these together. I like to cook them and use them as stuffings in omelets or to stuff peppers instead of the typical rice. So there are lots of different ways you can use it. So simple to cook. Basically, all you do is you pour it into a pan, cover it with water, and cook it. And we got some here that I already cooked. And you just need to keep adding water until you see these little kind of white, wormy looking things. Doesn't sound very appealing. If you just grab a little handful of that, I put a little bit of garlic, salt and pepper, and a little olive oil with it.
That's great.
So it's great like that just as a salad or as a stuffing. This is also something that you can make a big batch and then put it in little resealable Ziplocs and put in the freezer. And then whenever you want it, you just pull it out, pull it out the day before. You could even throw it in the microwave and thaw it out. And then you have a really healthy grain that's ready in no time.
And if you're going for less meat in the new year, then you need this in your diet because of all the protein.
You can also mix it into soups. And that's one of the things that I've done for you today. I took a whole smoked turkey leg and just covered it with water, boiled it till it was tender, and then just chucked a bunch of stuff in there. So, you know, dig in and give her a try.
I have to get one of the kumquats. I should just eat it straight?
Well, have a bite first, and then on your second bite, and I see it has the smokiness of that turkey. A lot of people think you have to have ham hocks and all those fatty meats, but smoked turkey is wonderful.
And it just fell apart in my mouth.
Yeah.
It's so tender. Delicious.
So nice way to use quinoa and any of those great grains that are perfect for winter. So when people say there's nothing to cook in the wintertime, they're wrong. There's all these great and interesting ingredients.
It looks like you just need to get creative.
Yeah.
You can learn more about real food and green living on the Earth Eats website. Print off recipes, read the latest in food news, and subscribe to our weekly podcast. It's all available at eartheats.org.
Now, Erica, that looked easy and amazing.
And like they said, so perfect for this time of year.
Yeah. Well, one of the best ways to give your mood a boost is to give back. For one Indiana couple, their volunteer efforts led to a lifestyle change.
We were kind of thinking, you know, what would we like to do as retirement? We kind of thought initially of moving away, kind of getting off the grid, getting back to nature. And that's really where the idea sort of began. And then we really started looking for properties. And it's almost like the sanctuary just took on a life of its own. You know, people kind of don't take you seriously when you're talking about, oh, we're gonna rescue cows and we're gonna rescue pigs. And one of the most important things that a farm sanctuary does, obviously, is rescue farm animals, animals that people typically eat for food, and lets them live out their lives in, you know, the most natural way possible, and gives them a lot of love and respect and care that you would provide for a companion animal like a dog or a cat. Animals typically can come from hoarding cases. Animals can fall off of trucks being transported to slaughter or transported to a different farm. You know, by no means are we naive enough to think we would rescue every animal. But our goal is to rescue the animals that we can and make a difference in their life, but then also make a difference in people's lives by giving them the opportunity to interact and experience and have a relationship with farm animals. Because I think typically farm animals are out of sight, out of mind. There's probably about 3.5 million pigs being raised for food in Indiana, and most people have never seen a pig. So farm sanctuaries give people the opportunity to see a pig in real life, for one, and for two, to really see how much they're like other animals. You know, they enjoy to play. They run around and kick their feet up and do circles and enjoy. Our pigs especially love to be loved on. They seek attention and belly rubs, just like your dog comes up to you and wants to be rubbed. So farm sanctuaries play a very important role of just really showing the individual personalities of farm animals, but also the similarities of farm animals with, people as well as animals. I think sometimes it is kind of a grasp for people to think you're saving farm animals versus, you could be saving dogs and cats, but you could also be saving people. There are a lot of dollars and time and energy that goes into any rescue organization. For us, it's really simple. There are 59 billion animals being raised for slaughter in the United States alone. And there's not a lot of advocacy for those animals. There's a lot of advocacy for dogs and cats. Farm animals, like I said earlier, are really out of sight, out of mind. And we want to bring them into the light because I feel like the things that are happening to farm animals is really kind of cutting off a part of ourselves, that we're just really in denial and having that disconnect between, what happens to a farm animal to end up on our plate every day. And, for us, it's just about kind of putting our energy here and letting that energy kind of ripple out into the community. And so far, just with our neighbors, going to the store and telling people what we're doing, we've really gotten no pushback. Everyone's been excited. And, it's kind of something I always say, how can you argue with compassion? We just really want to give people the opportunity to have that experience, to come to the sanctuary, to be involved, be with the animals and, see them for who they are. And ultimately from that, make some different choices in their life about, what's on their plate, who's on their plate. The bigger piece of that is also, our hope and our vision is really to create a community. We always say this isn't our sanctuary. This is really the community sanctuary. And we want this to be a place that people can just really come and feel at home and connected.
For more information on how you can help Uplands Peak Sanctuary, visit their website, uplandspeaksanctuary.org.
Studies have shown the emotional benefits animals provide, and the Love on the Leash organization makes sure that if you can't get to furry companions, they'll come to you.
Love on a Leash was started in 1984 by a lady by the name of Liz, and she wanted to spread the joy of what dogs can bring to people of all ages, gender, abilities. As far as the members, I think last count was at least well over 12,000 members.
When we go out, there's always people that see Axel, that recognize him, and they just love running up to him because he is a big dog, so you can push him around and do whatever. It's great for the kids because they can tackle him and hug him and whatever, and he just doesn't care.
Therapy dog is the most common name. They're also known as comfort dogs, and they basically go and visit people and bring them joy, bring them different types of emotions they may not actually present other times to people. When we do Barks and Books program at the library, kids come in and read to the dogs, and they can read as much as they want, they can read as little as they want. It's to allow the child to read without judgment.
Well, my name's Jenny Burns. I have 2 boys. Both of them are on the autism spectrum. They're on the high functioning end. So part of our weekend routine is that we go to the library. We've been coming to this program about a year. They both are very good readers, but it's hard to get them to articulate. So a lot of times when they're reading, I'll be reminding them, okay, read out loud, let me hear you.
For little E. A Easter bunny.
And they're more willing to do that when they're reading to the dog than if they're reading to mom. Overall, it's just such a positive experience for them because they're improving their social skills, they're doing something that they find fun, they're working on reading skills, which is important to mom, and the petting of the dogs and everything just is very calming to them. Although, nothing calms the 5-year-old.
When we go to assisted living facilities, we go from room to room, visit the patients. Our littlest dog, Milo, will jump up in bed with the patients, and it gets people talking. We'll hear all kinds of stories. And it's an emotional thing, and it opens the patients up a lot.
Animals are less inhibiting. They don't have to worry about whether or not the animal's going to find them acceptable. They know that animals give more unconditional response.
It's that emotional contact that they don't get on an everyday basis, even with family. It's just something totally different. I don't know how many times that we leave a room and with the "thank you very much, you've made my day, this is what I needed," was the love from a dog.
Find out more about the Love on a Leash events happening in your area by visiting loveonaleash.org.
We were so pleased to welcome the magnificent musical duo Lily and Madeleine to our studio. Here's a look back.
Well, when we were little, our parents like music a lot, and we used to listen to it around the house just in general. Our mom is really musical. She has a beautiful voice, and she kind of taught us to sing, encouraged us to sing, and then we took piano lessons when we were young. And so it was just something we did. Some kids are really athletic. We just did music all the time, but it was mostly just a hobby. And we wrote like jingles sometimes, but never like any real songs that we felt could be performed, I guess.
When we did the cover videos, we were like, oh, whatever, let's just try it.
It was
Because our
just
friends
for
were doing
fun.
that, putting cover videos on Facebook and YouTube just to share with their family. So we were like, okay, we'll try it. Our parents were proud of it, so they sent it to their friends and stuff, and they sent it to Paul,
our now manager and producer, and he helped us kind of harness what we had grown up doing to become like a career.
We were challenged to write a song a day for 2 weeks by Paul, which I thought was ridiculous, but it ended up being good. The first things we wrote about were probably just feeling weird at home. Like our friends were really good at sports and we weren't good at anything. And
yeah, just
and we
normal teenage feelings.
And we wrote about feeling like maybe we could do something musical, in the future, just looking ahead. But yeah, it was a lot of themes of insecurity or change that we weren't sure about. And it's fun to see how that doesn't interest me anymore, writing about insecurity.
Lyrically, I think we are a lot more confident in our writing and also just being in the studio and arranging songs. So I think that listeners can tell through our performances that we're more confident. I feel like I'm confident in my singing voice. It's like my stage presence and my actual instrument performance is what I'm worried about. But I think that as long as we just rehearse and believe in each other, it's nice to have, my sister right next to me on stage. So even if I don't know where I am or something, she can help me out. As if that ever happens, I always know where I am. But it's just really nice to be with Lily. I feel like Lily is just kind of an extension of me, and I mean it makes sense because we do have the same DNA. She always knows what I'm thinking and how I'm feeling, and if I'm annoyed by something, I can just give her a look on stage this isn't working, and she'll be like, yeah, I know, we need to fix this. And so it's just, it makes everything easier because I feel like I have somebody who understands what I am trying to accomplish. We've just been experimenting a lot, trying to add new, different, kind of weird sounds. We haven't been afraid to kind of add synths or more electronic sounds here and there.
Yeah, my dream is to tour with a big band, a rock band. So as much as we can incorporate that into our songs, that always makes me happy. Because I never really wanted to perform front and center. My perfect scenario would be playing guitar in the back where nobody can really see me. But that's not what's happening. So
I think it's fun to involve other musicians and to make lifelong friends. We are actually really good friends with everybody that we work with in the studio, and it's just more fun when you have more people involved, and it feels more magical on stage. And I think it also translates to listeners in the audience.
Meeting people after shows is my favorite part of everything, because I get to hear the reactions they have to the music, whether they're positive or negative. Mostly positive. But yeah, and then they'll tell me some connection they have to the song, a story or something. And it's just so, it feels so good to know that something that I wrote in my bedroom affects somebody else, even across the ocean. It's really crazy.
Lily and Madeleine will be returning to Indiana after their worldwide tour to perform at the Old National Center on February 25th. Get more information at lilandmad.com.
Well, whatever helps you through the winter, getting cozy or getting out, we hope that you continue to find great ideas right here on the Weekly Special.
Thank you for joining us, and before we go, the soothing sounds of Lily and Madeleine. Good night.
Production support for the Weekly Special is provided by IU School of Public Health Bloomington, addressing public health needs by preventing disease, promoting health, and improving quality of life across the state and around the world through research, teaching, and community engagement. The Al Cobain Recognition Endowment Fund, established by friends and family of Al Cobain to support jazz initiatives on WTIU and WFIU. And WTIU members, thank you.